I'm Chris Richmond, member of, well, I guess almost founding member of Pacific Sasquatch Spey, original OG Spey, BC Spey. Yeah, I'm from Chilliwack here locally. I've been fishing the river system here since about the mid-2000s. I initially got into steelhead fishing while fly fishing for coho down in the canal, and ended up landing a steelhead while I was down there around November 26th. It would have been. That would have been, almost 20 years ago now. And yeah, I realized it was a wild steelhead, let it go unharmed, and that got me into wanting to spey fish for steelhead. I went out on a guided trip originally through Fly Gal Adventures of all people, April Vokey. Went out with a man named Greg Wolf. Taught me how to kind of cast, brought out a rod for me, took me around to all the different spots. Probably one of the best things I did, I think, starting out, because I had no idea what I was doing. Super cool guy. I didn't get any fish. I actually didn't get a fish again for probably 2 or 3 years after that, but I finally did manage to get one again on the spey. It was the Train Bridge run of all runs in late March, probably around this time back then. And that would have been my real first official steelhead on the spey, or I guess, yeah.
What is your favorite kind of rod and reel setup for spey fishing steelhead?
Currently I'm using an Iwana 3 3/4. It's a nice reel. It's got a phenomenal drag system on it. This is currently a Pureway rod, metal detector. Love this rod and reel setup. I also fished a old 1928 Hardy Perfect 3 3/4 inch. I love that rod, but I generally only really bring it out in nice weather just because of its vintage. I like the integrated lines, like the Game Changers or the Fists, with a T11 or T14. If it's low and clear, I'll switch to a T8, or I'll fish just a short floating Skagit head with T8 and low clear water. Small intruders, I like red, pink, or red and black. I have caught probably the majority of my fish on black and blue like everyone else.
What is your favorite fly to use on the water?
Well, I would say currently probably a dirty hoe, or I've been using those Klamath intruders. They're like a micro mini intruder. Recently I've been kind of playing around with downsizing my presentations, and it seems to be working favorably. I don't think I'm an expert by any means, or anything to that extent. I'm just an average blue-collar guy with a family and wife and kids, and we just kind of get out here and do our thing. So my favorite fly to that would, I think it'd be probably, if I had to pick one, I would say a pink and orange dirty hoe.
Can you describe a day on the water that really stands out to you?
Yeah, probably it was around 2014 or 2015. I had just gone out for an afternoon with a buddy of mine. We stepped into a run on mid-river, went into a nice place where it was a nice swing in there. Ended up getting probably the nicest steelhead I've ever personally caught. It was an absolutely chrome bar doe, 12-ish pounds, fought like crazy, got her on a really nice black and blue fly. Yeah, that fish was just like, went absolutely how everything's supposed to be. You just get there, put it out there. She bit it, I got it. Nice wild fish, let her go. Awesome photo, like literally probably the chromest steelhead I've ever caught.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to someone new to fly fishing?
Wow, that's a good question. There's like literally tons of information and resources out there between, social media, YouTube, you know, all the forums. And I think the hardest part of it all is trying to figure out who's out there to kind of sell you something versus who's out there actually catching fish. And whenever I have something that I want to learn or I want to touch up on, you know, I go back to the original guys like Ed Ward was a big influence of mine, or I think Jerry French even, like those guys really seem to know what they're doing and explain, you know, when you cast your fly out, there's got to be more to it than just the flies, you just cast it and kind of pray that you're going to get one. You got to kind of focus in on what your fly is actually doing under the water and how you're effectively fishing to get those fish. I mean, anybody can come out here and cast lines all day long, and it's a great thing, but really look for the guys that are actually out there and understand what they're doing to get those fish would probably be my advice. It's hard though, because there's a lot of information out there of just guys just trying to sell products all day long.
Why is conservation important to you as an angler?
I mean, it's important, obviously. We need the fish to be healthy and the fish stocks to be healthy. And, you know, I have kids and most of my buddies have kids, and we all want to introduce our kids into fishing and, you know, especially steelheading. I mean, steelhead just become a passion of mine it's probably taken over my life like most other people. I think we just got to do what we can, and you know, there's a lot of different opinions on what's the best for them, but I think if we all work together and do our part, and you know, we'll have something for the next generation and future generations. Myself believe big in just coming out, and I mean, I know what it's like being a parent. You don't have a lot of time to get out, and you're always tired. And I just bring the kids out and we go out and do river cleanups, and you know, there's river cleanup happening. I think it's April 6th, I want to say. It'll just be another Vedder River, Chilliwack River cleanup. You just come out here and clean up the garbage. And I mean, just those little things will pay off in the end, I think. And
have you seen changes in the rivers or fish populations over the years?
oh yeah, well, absolutely, yeah. Like this river, like it constantly changes. And that's kind of the fun part of it too. Is, you know, you get a good run and you know where they are, and you can go in there and get them. But then the big blowout happens or something, and the river changes, and it's kind of the fun. You got to go and learn it all again and find the new spots again. But yeah, this river it's always changing. I mean, this river has changed dramatically since I've been starting. I wouldn't say I've been out here. I guess I'm a little bit of a veteran now, but it's definitely changed in the time that I've been out here, which hasn't been that long, I guess. Maybe it has been now.
What role do you think anglers play in protecting our waters?
Oh, well, just being out here on the river and just having eyes on the river is always a good thing. I'm not for any kind of closure at all. I think once you close something, you take the anglers away, you take the eyes off the river. And I mean, when you take the sports people off the river, they're out here looking after it. I think that's the worst thing that you can do, you know, like, definitely not a fan of the upper river closing in April. I wish that was fly only, to be honest.
What would you like to see future generations understand about these places?
Just the natural, like, beauty and nature, everything out here that we have. It's very special. I think we're very lucky to have all of this. I think a lot of us take it for granted. Yeah, like, I hope that my kids growing up will take on this passion that I have and carry it on. And I hope all the best for them, and that they're happy and that they have something to fish for in the future.
What lessons has the river taught you?
Probably just to be humble. You know, I meet all kinds of people out here while fishing on the river, whether it's any type of fishing, and even, you know, fly fishing and gear fishing, whatever. If you're out here and you're relaxed, you chill, you're gonna meet people. I probably met the majority of my good friends, my really true good friends, through fishing. I would even say that all of my current best friends are from fishing out here. Some fly fishing, some gear fishing, but mostly fly fishing. Yeah, the community out here is awesome. it can be a busy place depending on where you go, but overall, I think the community out here is really good, especially when you're out here on the river and not on the internet. You're out here actually walking the river, talking to people, and people are out here having a good time and pretty approachable, pretty friendly. I've never really had a bad incident on the river, I don't think. I love just meeting new people out here, and if I see a guy out here that is new to fly fishing or new to spey fishing or even doing something, I'll offer him if he wants some advice or some tips. And not that I'm an expert, but just what's helped me over the years, and if it's a help to them, then that's great. And you know, if we become friends out of it, that's even better.
What do you hope people take away from your story or experiences?
I guess just that you know, the world is always going to be a crazy place that we live in. You know, I think social media can be a toxic place in some ways sometimes, and I think sometimes it really affects us all in negative ways. I like coming out here and getting away from all that just to build each other up and get away from all that. I mean, in the end, we're all out here doing the same thing. We all just want to get out here and enjoy it, have fun, you know, get away from everything else. And I think we just need to treat each other better and treat everybody with respect. Just be friendly, kind, leave all the, you know, the BS away from the river and the fishing, and let's get out here and just, you know, enjoy each other's companies more than anything, right?